Welcome to the map Forza Brunin 2 in BFME1 on page 2.22 for a replay commentary in a El Clasico good against evil matchup between the red Isengard player Balin and his opponent, the green Rohan player Farad. Just like in the films, Rhythm Arc versus the white hand Saruman. Two farm opening into the Hobbit, and the peasants are gonna be sent through the top side, so it's a sneaky way. Yes, you will be damaged by these goblins a bit, but remember the Uruks were marching through the middle, so they won't be able to find any peasants, and he might be able to destroy this settlement over here. Furnace Uruk pit opening for Isengard, and he's going to keep spamming Uruks over and over again to get this building to level 2, pretty much to match the time of the Rohan player before he can build the stable and recruit the first Rohirrim, or pretty much at the same time. So he needs to use War Chant, but I think he did see them way too late. And if he can surround this Lumber Mill in a good way, he should be able to take it down. Also, repairing didn't happen. This Lumber Mill is unsavable. And that's good, because now he needs to reinvest 200 to rebuild this building, which basically will put him behind, so he won't be able to fill up the base as quickly as he would like to. And we will not see many more peasants if I'm not mistaken. So it's very difficult against a good Isengard player to destroy both the settlements, unless he might be able to take the creep, and that's great. Remember, the Isengard player used War Chant before, but that's good. He stole both the treasures actually. Super nice. And that's going to help him to come back to the game a little bit. But the level 2 peasant is going to cause lots of problems, and he needs to wait for the War Chant before he can take the fight. Because he will encounter 3 peasants, one of them being level 2, and also the Hobbit, who is going to deal permanent DPS. So it's super difficult to fight this. Luckily the peasants got damaged big time, but the same situation like before. Rohan is not intending to fight the Uruks, he's just trying to destroy the Lumber Mill. Hobbit was also able to get cloaked. It means Isengard won't be even able to recapture this. There comes the big War Chant. Stable up on the field. The first Rohirrim is about to join the battlefield. And one more peasant was able to sneak through. That's a great push from the Rohan player. And that happens if you don't scout the map wisely. What you can do as Eisen is to use one of the workers to send them right here. That's going to give you lots of vision, so you can see the peasants coming from this side or from this side, which will increase your reaction time. So this is going to hurt him. In order to clean the Hobbit, he needs to wait either for Lurtz, which is going to take him a while, or he can invest the power point into the Vision of Palantir, but that's going to delay the industry spike he's looking for. And the Uruks will get trampled into from the Rohirrim. He got level 2 out of this. The Rohirrim number 2 is going to be sent forward potentially for this, or he can be sent forward for this, but this one is already under control from Rohan, which basically gives him lots of opportunities and options, right? He doesn't need to pressure the enemy Lumber Mills because his peasants already managed to do this. So now his Rohirrim can be used for creeping and gathering power points. So now, in order to counter these peasants, the pikemen, I mean, you can recruit peasants from the farm outside, but this one was taken by Isengard player. That's pretty good. Industry has been unlocked, and he's gonna go for the Work Pit, knowing that you are against Rohan. You need to have a counter that is more reliable than Berserkers, and also faster than Berserkers, which are going to be the Borg Riders. But before doing that, I would always go rather for Sharku or for Lurtz, especially because there is a Hobbit. And going for Lurtz early means you will have an easy time to level him up to level 5. But Rohan is doing a good job map control wise. He has already gathered 2 power points in total. 1 power point away from the Albion Alliance special summon, which is always pretty good. And the more map control you have, the more dominant you're going to be with Rohan, because every farm you will have outside is going to have the same function like a barracks. So you can pump out peasants for only 120, which is not super expensive, especially not at this stage of the game. And if you lose them, it's whatever. But if you can exchange one of them for something like this, it's always great. So it's like quick math, right? 300 for the pikemen, 120 for the peasants. So if you lose them, but before you lose them, you kill a peasant, it's always rewarding. The War Riders. Of course, they are no match without War Chant and Whole ability against the Rohirrim. And later on, when the Rohirrim have upgrades, they are not even matched with the Whole ability. So you can only fight with the War Chant once the Rohirrim have full upgrades. He used the Palantir to reveal the Hobbit. He's gonna be taken down. But remember, he took... Like, the Hobbit was super valuable. He basically prevented his opponent to retake this lumber mill for like 2 minutes. Armory building up. He doesn't like heroes. I would definitely go for heroes here. Both the heroes actually, Lurtz and Charku. Charku is good for chasing down the Rohirrim. When later on the Elven summon is gonna happen, you can trample into them. You can trample peasants. And Lurtz is always great at any stage of the game, and you will need him later on. But when you need him and you recruit him when you need him, he will be level 1. So he won't have the same impact like when you recruit him early, because then he will at least be level 3. He will be a danger for the enemy heroes by himself. He doesn't need any backup. Theoden King has been recruited. Okay, so upgrades are coming. Forge plates. No heavy armor yet. Patience is super important here. So going for the push without the heavy armor is going to make your push way less effective. I mean, of course, timing is super important, so he doesn't want to wait too long. But I would much rather go for the armor than for the forge plates first. A power point collected, which means heal can be chosen. You need to be careful here. But they have also forge plates. This is a Uruk-Pikeman combination. They should be able to handle that. And that's like thrown away resources from the Rohan player. Giving those peasants forge plates, not really worth it. Level 2. No more creeps left on the map. Forts of Brunin 2. Armory. Heavy armor not purchased yet. Pretty much also broke. Bena has been purchased, which is super important. Heavy armor incoming for Rohan. And he's preparing for the first push with the Elven Alliance special summon. Full towers almost beside the 2 in the back. But no lords to prevent this Theoden from approaching. Like, Lurtz's presence all alone would make sure that Theoden is gonna have to respect it. There comes the War Chant. But remember, the elves have also leadership from Theoden. They will draw their swords, which will make them immune to be trampled. Not only that, but also they will deal revenge damage. It's always bad to take a fight like this for Rohan, because the towers are of course helping out a lot. They keep dealing permanent damage, and the first Elven push was not the best one, especially not because he lost the map control in exchange to this. So Isengard is looking stronger. Heavy armor incoming. He already demolished the armory and going now for the archer range to get it to level 2. Good catch. Does he have only 2 Rohirrim? I mean, that's kind of greedy. I would always go for the third one, which will prevent situations like this. Because Isengard was able to take the whole map for himself without having to spam too many pikemen. And that's because you don't have enough Rohirrim to prevent him from doing this. Fire arrows about to be purchased, so he can demolish the armory finally. He's gonna sell them, so he can make space in the command point department and get the building to level 2, purchase fire arrows, and demolish it right after. A new power is rising. The second this is purchased, you can demolish the building. You should, because you have only a limited amount of spots in your base, so you wanna use them in the best possible way. But it's very difficult to play this matchup without Lurtz. I mean, later on, Theoden can just trample into your units and he doesn't need to be worried because there is no hero that can cripple him and kind of pin him in a place. But he can't move. Theoden is super squishy, so the second you cripple him, the chance that you can take him down is super high. That's super unfortunate, losing a whole battalion of wargs there. Super expensive. And remember, he also demolished the warg pit, so no more warg riders anytime soon. Losing your existing one. There's only one more left. Is going to put you far behind. Level 5 Rohirrim with Forge Blades, Heavy Armor, plus leadership from Theoden is pretty powerful. Good trample. Rohirrim archers shooting. But no fire arrows means not enough DPS. And not enough tankiness too. He's selling some units too, by the way. Now he's gonna start making combos. Okay, here is the thing, right? Leadership based game. So basically you will need the DPS through hero aura. Which will basically mean you can kill enemy heroes units way quicker. And War Chant, even though it's super powerful, is going to only buff your army for a short duration. And the second War Chant is off, you will have no consistent DPS boost, because you will have no heroes to boost them. Even later on, if you go for Saruman, you will only make your army more durable. But in most cases, offense is the best defense. So you having enough DPS means you can shred through the enemy army buildings, heroes way quicker, and heal won't even be able to save them. So Lourdes has been finally recruited, but remember, he's only level 1. Three combos. This combo is not super effective because the combo bonus you will get through this is only 10% more armor, which is not a lot. The other combo between crossbow and Uruk have much better horde bonuses. Of course, they are more vulnerable against Rohirrim, but what you can do is recruit solo pikemen and put them in between, which will have even a greater effect. The pikes are dying though to the Rohirrim level 7, which are super powerful. And Rohan is reclaiming the map control, getting decent amount of resources, and that will help him to scale into the late game actually. We are already in mid game. Late game is going to be great. Lourdes looking to cripple. He will miss. He will miss because the target is out of range. It's already in the description too. Can be missed if the target is out of range. So most people know when he's gonna miss, so you can cancel the cripple. Because if you miss it, they will, I mean, a good player will notice that you have missed it, which would give him the chance to trample into this army, for example. Big push incoming. He needs to use the Palantir vision. And that's lots of cooldowns wasted from Isengard just because he's afraid that Rohan is gonna go for the push. But the thing is, the later the game, I mean, the longer the game goes on, the more likely these furnaces are gonna hit all level 3. That's gonna increase the overall durability of the base of Isengard quite a lot, and every building is going to be able to shoot. Long story short, it will make the rush from Rohan a bit more difficult. Now he's gonna save for the Saruman. Rain is available for the big all-out fight. But before you can bring siege weapons and start sieging the base, Rohan can do what he wants. So he doesn't need to take a fight unless you force him to, which can only happen if you start sieging. So what Isengard should be doing is to go for the outpost and start sieging. But at this point, he already collected 2.2k, never mind. He's gonna go for this. So Saruman is still a long way to go. And I like the way that he has 2 armies now. In the base, also an army just for the worst case scenario for the push. And this army is going to babysit this outpost, which will be the main place to start the sieging from. I mean, that's a wasted Elven warriors. He can just run away. But elves are of course super effective in the early mid game, not that effective from the summon in the late game against upgraded armies. They don't deal too much damage against them anymore. We have 3 Rohirrim Archer and the pikemen are feeding lots of experience points. Outpost captured. He's gonna go for the Yeoman Archer just to put him inside the outpost and potentially demolish it right after. Elves are coming. The Warg Riders were able to get in safety. But remember, these elves will now give vision. So Rohan now knows what the Isengard player is up to. And he also sees lords here, which will give him the freedom to commit to the fight here. Rain is available. But again, the rain, you also wanna use it in a way where you... Oh my god, he's losing the combo actually here. The elves did a good job because he didn't want to use War Chant. If you use rain now, he can just run away, right? Oh, good trample actually into the armies. Heal has been used. Also, Theoden is getting lots of experience. Finally going for the... Oh boy, what a great trample from behind. And Theoden got level 4 out of this. That's crazy. That's crazy actually. GC's available, boys. The glorious charge and the siege will begin, but I doubt that you can protect these two ballista with only one combo. Like basically you can just get there, use glorious charge, kill your lords, kill your army and finish off your whole outpost, which will kind of put you super behind. And I think that might be the plan from this player too. The Warwicks, they don't stand a chance anymore. They are there just for poking. The siege will begin, but I doubt that without the War Chant being available, what can you do? Plus, here's also the End Alliance special summon. Rain is going to be used. Glorious Charge still going to go off, of course. And the Ents will be summoned on top of the combos just to trample them. Trample them to death. And that's going to be super painful now for Isengard, because Lourdes is also going to fall. Got experience though, that's good. Almost level 3. But the Ents are going to war. He doesn't have Saruman yet on the field. With Saruman, this could be a different situation, because what you can do is the second you hear the Ents being summoned, you can cast your Worm Tongue and steal them all. Lords got killed immediately. And the Ents will have not much time anymore, but the plan from Rohan was just to push the siege back. In the meantime, they will trade outposts though. But that's a good trade for Rohan nonetheless. Like, what is he gonna lose? But what he was able to take. He was able to take lots of power points through the battle. He's getting super close to the EOD special summon. And his opponent is still like 16 power points away from the Balrog. It's a long way to go. Saruman is going to be finally there. But all he can do is use Fireball from a long distance. He can never, unless he's not paying attention, get closer to the Rohirrim Archer army. With now double damage leadership. Aragorn and Theoden. He knows that Cripple is on cooldown. Aragorn is in between. Fireball is available. He's gonna try to use it. Elendil not gonna work on the level 3 units because they are immune. Lord's timing a little bit, like 5 seconds earlier, and he would be able to cripple this Aragorn. Like, these small tiny things can be so game changing. Like, imagine you cripple him, you kill him, and Lourdes gets the final hit, and he gets from level 3 to level 5. Like, this is a game-changing moment. That would change literally almost everything about the current situation. 3 power points, so he's trying to farm power points. Cripple, oh my god, he didn't pay attention. Look this. Oh, nice, good job. Does he have GC? Yeah, he has GC. That's gonna be a big fight, boys. Give Lurtz. Nice, good, smart move. Imagine him healing it. Oh, he didn't have heal. Imagine him healing it and he would be able to save him. Lurtz got super close to level 5, but not quite yet. This Rohirrim need to be super careful. What is he doing? Oh my god, he didn't pay attention. That hurts even more than Theoden. Because Theoden you can revive. This level 9 Rohirrim you can't revive. Fireball was good, level 6.5. And Saruman is super snowballing. Because of the speechcraft, you can use it every 2 minutes and 20 seconds. Basically give free experience to the units. And the more the levels they have, the greater amount of damage they will deal, the more tanky they will become. But he's preparing for a big push. Oh, he needs to use War Chant for this? Good move. Be careful with the Rohirrim archers, he will lose a whole battalion, and heal also was kind of wasted. So lots of cooldowns, but heal's cooldown is a bit longer compared to the War Chant. So that's good treat for Isengard. Aragorn, Arathorn's son. The siege will begin. Theoden is gonna make it out in time. Legolas has been recruited. Oak Strike will be used potentially. Boom! Level 2 immediately. But you want to destroy more than a choke point. You don't want to go in like this, you know. I'd like to destroy at least 2 or 3 parts of the wall. But also Gate is good. However, Gate is also like a choke point. So basically, kind of force yourself to pass through this kind of tiny thing for your big army. Aragorn got crippled. If Lurtz is level 5, now he's gonna not be able to survive this. Heal is on cooldown. So even Attilas has been used. GC. Rain is available. Rain has been used. Saruman is to be careful. Don't die for no reason. Also, Aragorn was able to get in safety. Ents will be special summoned. He didn't pay attention with the steel because too much stuff is going on at the same time. But the Ents with the Lord's leadership cannot make it out alive. And 2 of them already taken down. 3 of them are taken down. And also the last one is going to go down to the Goblin Town. Aragorn was able to survive this actually. The Ballista are chasing him. If he doesn't pay attention to Aragorn, he might get shot in the face and go down. But it looks like he's paying attention. Almost 9 power points collected. EUD is super close. And the Hawk Strike was definitely helpful to get to this point. Level 4 Legolas. He's gonna go down too fast though. Too much damage output from these combos. Level almost 7. And also not super rich. Bad trample into these units. But not many crossbowmen are alive anymore. Level 10. He has now finally the needed power points for the Army of the Dead. Can he turn it around? I mean, he can defend this for sure, but is it gonna be enough to get back to the game? That's the big question. Also, the heroes will fall from Isengard, but that's gonna also help him to get closer to the Balrog. Almost 19 power points collected. EUD, massive of course, but a huge cooldown as well. The good part is he was able to save his Theoden plus Aragorn also got both saved. Like, again, I told you before, tiny things. If he finished the Aragorn right there, he would have the power points for the Balrog, which would potentially, at this point of the time, give him the chance to finish off the whole camp or whole castle. But because he didn't do it, he needs to now wait. Each level they will have is going to increase their revive timer. Level 7 is going to take you 2 minutes and 30 seconds. And this bro over here is going to be taking you 2 minutes and 45 seconds. Which is a long cooldown. Because EOD is going to be available in about 6 minutes and 30 seconds. Great trample. He should never make a combo here, by the way. He should just put them in the formation. Destroying the Sita. Super smart if we can take it down. That's going to be great. It means no Isengard heroes need to be dealt with anytime soon. But that all will give also power points, of course, to Isengard, because he was able to kill lots of units through the towers. Isengard army is bad damage, and that's gonna be it. He doesn't want to even wait for the Bardock, and the game is over. Rohan, just like in the films, was able to win this game.